Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? You already know what it is. It's Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. All right, let's get right into it. Everybody hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Chosen Vessels. Shout out to the Galactic family. You already see we outside. Positively. Let's go. Look, don't let them speak negativity into your experience. They have a whole separate life and mind from yours. They want to speak negativity into your experience. If you didn't know, now you know. They don't like to see somebody that's not complaining. They want you to be focused on negativity. They want you to be focused on lack. They want you to be focused on all these things that people that that believe in the world mind are focused on. Like, they want you to be focused on poverty. Why on earth would you want to focus on poverty? And when you get around them, they speak so bad about themselves and their own life. And when you don't agree with them, they want you to agree with them on how bad that life is. But your life's not bad. Their life is bad. You know? And they want you to curse yourself. Like, you can't be hanging around people that want you to curse yourself. All right? These people want you to suffer with them, but you don't have to. Like, why should both of us be upset? As the famous Druuill line goes, somebody got to make some money, man. Somebody's got to have some money. So why would you want to be miserable with somebody else? Two miserable people, that's not a party for me. Two miserable people, that don't sound like a good time to me. Two miserable people, like miserable, I don't want to be miserable. So if you want to be miserable, you got all the right in the world to be miserable. Just don't try to bring me down along with that, because I'm not going to be miserable with you. It's so many mental tactics and hula hoops. I love what's happening to my mind, you know. But it is what it is, because it's like it's all for your benefit. Everything that you went through, everything that you're going through is all to make you greater. It's all to make you better. And they are so mad. They're so mad that you won't be unhappy with them. Like, they say that their life's not going well. They don't want your life to go well. I ain't never did that to nobody. I never did that to nobody. I never, because something was not going right for me. Oh man, things ain't going right for us. Like, what the? That's wild. That's wild, yo. I never did that. So don't agree with people when they say that things are going wrong, or they're talking about like financial troubles and stuff like that. Because I guarantee you, if you tell them 11:11, I guarantee if you tell them on how they could make a change, on how they could fix something, they're not even gonna listen. And it's like they just want to sit and complain to you. And it's like, yo, here's some advice. Here's something you could do to fix that. Here's something you can make that better. Because you do not agree. Do not agree. Do not agree. Do not agree. You don't have to agree with people because their life is going bad. You don't even have to nod your head. Like, you don't have to nod your head. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to respond. You don't got to say anything in response to anything that you don't want to say. You say what you want to say. I ain't even going to say that, man. That stuff was too feminine, man. I can't even repeat that. That was too feminine. But you say what you feel. You understand? You say what you feel. All right, well, I don't want no. You say what you feel. You feel me? And that's all it is. Like if you want to keep feeling how you're feeling good, right? Then speak the way that you're speaking. People get around you, and I believe that they can sense that you have a positive mindset, right? When you get around people and you don't complain about certain things, that means you're not troubled in those areas. That's what people know. Like, they know when you're not complaining about certain stuff, they know that you're not troubled in those particular areas. So it's like, because they're having troubles in certain areas, like, say if they're having money troubles or stuff is tight for them, they want it to be bad for you too. I never in my life spoke one of the, oh man, it's bad for us. Like that's crazy. That's crazy talk. All right, yo, that's what you tell them too. Like you could either say it to them or you could keep it to yourself. Oh man, yeah, that's like back in that's basically like having a slave mindset. Like, oh man, we sick boss. Like, bro, ain't no we sick boss. All right, don't do the we sick boss. I don't care if you white, black, pink, green. Don't do the we sick boss. All right, don't ain't no more we sick bossing out here. Because, like, there's no need for that. You don't have to people please nobody. That's really what I'm getting down to. You don't have to people please anybody. And the more you try to people please people, the more things aren't going to work out for you. Because when you try to people please, you're always going to be the one that's unhappy. When you try to people please, you're just going to be willingly putting curses on yourself. Just accepting negativity, speaking negativity into your life because the other person's mind is negative. People are so negative, they can't understand a person who has a positive mindset. They can't get it. They can't understand how you have a positive mindset. And it's like, if things are going wrong for me, they have to be going wrong for you. If I'm dealing with these types of issues, you have to be dealing. No. And I guarantee you, if you try to talk to them and get them on some positive mindsets, like, yo, look, if you think this, if you think that, if you do this, if you do that, your life will be better. They ain't gonna want to hear you. I'm ahead of you. What am I listening to you for? I have a house and a this and a that. What am I listening to you for? But you're stressed. You're killing yourself. You know what I mean? You're not thinking the right way. Your thoughts aren't thoughting right. You know, you got everything in the world, but you got these issues that you're coming to me about, and I'm trying to talk to you about them. Whatever you may be going through, money doesn't always mean good. You know, like money's very good, but just because you have money doesn't mean you're mentally healthy. Just because you have money doesn't mean you're happy. Some people have money. There's just like when you read books, they'll tell you, there are rich people that are happy. There are rich people that aren't happy. There are people with no money that are living it up somewhere in a cardboard box or a tent. And there are people who don't have their finances all the way together that are striving to make them better. And they're not going to stop until they do. And you have to have a mindset that's relentless. Your mind has to be relentless when you are going after what you want in life, because people are going to try to tell you otherwise. They're going to try to create issues for you in your mind because they don't want you getting to the wealth. They don't want you getting to that bag. They want you to be upset, angry, and sad. They don't want you getting to no money. And it's like they want you to have the same mindset as them. Just like I said in the other video when I was in Alabama and somebody I was working with. And the dude was like, yeah, you don't want to be successful. You don't want too much money and you don't want this and you don't want that. Bro, don't tell me what I want. I want what I want. And what I want is what I'm going to get. So if people have a problem with you thinking positive, just keep your positive thoughts to yourself. You don't have to share nothing with nobody. See, and that's another thing. That's where I want to correct something in this video. You don't have to try to fix anybody. You don't have to try to help anybody. There's nothing you have to try to do to help anybody. If somebody wants to think negative or think broke, you let them. If somebody want to speak brokenese, that just means y'all don't speak the same language. All right. Somebody want to talk broke and do the broke talk, let them do the broke talk. All right. If they say what you say is woke talk, and even though what they're speaking is broke talk, then you don't have to speak with them. You don't have to try to prove anything. You don't have to try to get them to think positive. You don't have to try to get them to think better. You don't got to get them to do anything. And I know, as a person with a good mind or a good heart, might be an empath, might be might be a chosen one, you know. So it's like, I know you want to help people. I know you want to see people do their best. But if somebody's speaking brokenese, and if somebody doesn't want to hear something positive, then you can't force them. You know, you can't force anything positive on them, but that goes both ways. And don't forget that. They can't force anything negative on you either. So don't let them. Let it be a stalemate. If they're going to continue to talk negative, don't be positive because that negative stuff, there's no end to that. They could keep going on and on about that for life. But if they're going to keep speaking negative, you have to at some point be positive, and you have to you gotta at some point make things positive for yourself, because you don't want to continue speaking negative. You don't want to continue being a negative person. You don't want to continue to ruin your life, making sure I'm heading in the right direction. You don't want to continue to ruin your life or make your life any worse than it already is because of how you're speaking. Like positivity, people crack jokes about it, people talk about it, people say bad things about it, they make fun of it, but it's nothing like having a positive mindset, because that's what's going to help you get further in life. When people are talking negative, you're going to know that you could think something positive and destroy that. When people are being disruptive or trying to be not, when they're trying to be opposite of your positivity, like when they know you think a certain way because you've had conversations with them, you've spoken with them, or maybe they watch your social media, you know that it's certain things that you believe and certain things that you don't entertain. So even if they're right up on you, even if they're having a conversation with them, you may work with them, you may live with them, you may live around them, you don't have to entertain that. You can go off into la la land in your mind. Think about something positive. Think about the things you like. Because people who want to be negative and who are stuck, that's where they're at. That's where they're going to stay. And they don't want to change for nobody. And you shouldn't make them. You don't have to make them change. They don't have to change. But the one thing they are going to do, and the one thing they have to do, is they can't keep speaking negatively to you. And you don't have to let them.